Hello there and welcome in another video where we unleash the power within you. The word, your word, is the undefinable wave of creation. It is. Let's talk in this video where you do not only have big power in your brain, but also in your mouth. The emperor said, "Let's put this man in the prison." And the man was put in the prison. And later, the emperor said, "This man is free." And they let him go out of the prison. Not because the emperor thought this, because he said this. Or when you go and buy an ice cream and you say, "I want chocolate and strawberry." You don't receive raspberry and vanilla. When you say to your neighbor, "Good morning," he greets back, "Good morning." But when you greet, "Have a bad morning," he probably won't even greet you back. Not because of what you thought, but because of what you said. Our thoughts create an inner world. They have effect on us, especially when we repeat them over and over. But when we once speak it out, then our thoughts become manifested by sound waves, and they are powerful, really powerful. I prepared something for you. The power of the word. I found something interesting thoughts from the theologian and musician Philipp Harnoncourt, and I summed them up a little for you. In beginning was the word. Let us talk about the miracle of language. And that began right at the beginning. The word is the smallest building block of a text and also of creation. The Gospel of John begins with a mysterious sentence. In the beginning was the Word. What does the word mean in this sentence? What does John mean by that? According to our experience as people who can hear and speak, the word is the smallest building block in a spoken as well as written text. But because in the beginning there was certainly no written text, only a spoken word can be meant. Let there be light. Who is speaking here? What is being said? And to whom is something being said? Because in the beginning there was neither anyone who could hear the spoken word, nor anything that could be named and expressed through the word. This sentence can only mean that there was someone who manifested himself as a speaking being. The book of Genesis begins with a sentence, "In the beginning God created heaven and earth." And then follows the report of creation as a work of language. God, the Creator, said, "Let there be light." And there was light. God created by speaking. He creates through His word. And you can do the same. Everything began with an eternal conversation, not just by an internal thought. John expresses something that was true even before the beginning. The word he speaks of was already before everything that began through creation. The word was with God. Yes, God was the word. In the beginning, it was with God. In His eternal word, God speaks Himself. He sets Himself up as a counterpart. He reveals Himself as a mysterious togetherness and counterpart. God speaks and God hears. God was and is and remains an eternal conversation. A conversation of love. Isn't this mind-blowing? And the same goes for us. Mostly we are alone, thinking, but normally not speaking. And I think we should change this, because thinking is not enough. We should create this undefinable wave of creation by our words. During our day, we have our inner self-talk. So many thoughts pop up and we play with them in our imagination. And you can confirm, mostly we are a slave what pops up, and then we think what pops up. And mostly we don't have that much control. We think what pops up. When something changes out there, we get new thoughts, we think them. When someone calls you and tells you a bad story, you are polluted with their topic. And very often we continue thinking this. But when we say, I want to declare it, I want to speak it out, then we start, make a summary, we organize a structure, because when we speak, we want to make it right. Not only for others, also for ourselves. And this means we start to plan, to choose the right words. And when we do it over and over, we create momentum. A lot of people know this from prayer. Praying loudly is much more efficient than just thinking. And when we do it over and over and over, we put much more energy in the same topic. We become an amplifier. An amplifier for what? An amplifier of the creation energy. We focus the same energy on the same topic. Like a laser beam, we insist and we put more and more energy. When we speak, we also listen. And while we listen, we get new ideas and we can speak them out. And we listen to this again and more ideas. This is an accumulation of energetic ideas, creative ideas. Once initiated by the spoken word. Wow, isn't this powerful? You can say, I love you. Or you can say, I hate you. These 3 words, they change a lot. And as you have the power to create just by speaking, it depends on your decision. What do you want? Create. Chocolate and strawberry, or raspberry and vanilla. Both is possible. It just takes the decision and then the spoken word. This is so phenomenal. You are a pure creator. And when you make it more verbally, you make it much quicker than just by thinking. So, be loud, be bold, and create what you want to create in your life, one after the other. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and here are much more good videos on my channel.